These are the primary or most important chords in the key of C. Here it is. C, F. Here's C in quarter notes. F. This is called a cadence. 2, 3. Here's the cadence in the right hand. 2, 3, rest. I don't know how many millions of songs use just these 3 chords in any of the 12 keys, but these are the most important chords, and I called it Gateway to Gazillions because this opens up the floodgates for gazillions of songs, seriously. The key of C, I won't get too technical right now, but this is actually the scale. Later on, I'll teach you the fingering and all that. But if we give each one of these a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're back to C again. And we build a chord around the first scale degree, which is, in this case, C. That's the chord, the C chord. If you go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and build a chord, that's called the 4 chord, or in this case, the F chord. If you go up 5, and build a chord, that is the 5 chord, the 5th note above the root, and that, in this case, it's called a G chord. But in order to jump all around this and all here, you have a lot of chance of making a mistake. So we want to what's called invert the chord. Here's the C chord, that's in root position. The C is on the bottom. But to get to the F chord, let's invert it. Let's make this C fly over to play it down here. Therefore, I can go from C to F. It's much smoother and less chance of making a mistake. It won't always be that way, but this is a smooth way to get from the C chord to the F chord. One of the smooth ways. In fact, it's written in the left hand. Here it is, C and F. Now the next one's a little trickier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's build a chord rather, on the 5th scale degree. But it says G7. So let's go 7 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, there's the 7th note. We're going to make it this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the flatted 7th, really. Okay, so there is the G7 chord. This is a little difficult in the beginning. You might have to rewatch this a few times, but we're going to invert this chord now. I'm going to make this G go up here. Here is a complete G7 chord. Now, if I take away a note that's not that important, it's this D. And that is what we're left with the G7 chord. I'll put it down here. Again, that part's just a little tricky. Okay, here's the G chord. You put the flatted 7th note above it. You make the G go on top, and you take away a note that's not that important, which is, in this case, the D. That's the 5th note above G. That's the one that's not all that important. So now we can go from C to F, and we'll go back to C. Now we'll go to G7 smoothly, then back to C. Rather than do this, like I said, that's too much movement. Smooth from C to F to C, G7, C. In numbers, we give it 1, 4, 1, 5, 7, 1. Well, here it is in the right hand. That's the C chord or the 1 chord. That's the F chord or the 4 chord. Back to the C chord. Here's the G7 chord. Inverted, remember. Then we go back to the C chord. Now, next lesson, we'll begin to apply this.
Together, you and me make perfect harmony. I hear a rhapsody.